welcome to the warm-up. Good evening, Tom Hardy. Welcome to the Brentford family. Take me back to Saturday night. What an evening it was here. I'm joined, as always, by Karleigh Osborne and the ambassador, Marcus Gayle. Lads, people are saying that game on Saturday was their favourite ever Brentford game. Where does it rank for you two, Karleigh?
Yeah, it's got to be up there for sure. It was end to end. Commentating on it was brilliant. 1 minute you're really high because of the way that Brentford are playing, and then you're a little bit low because Liverpool are gaining control again. The emotional roller coaster was crazy, but it was a fantastic game.
Yeah, I've got to agree with what Karleigh said. It was a brilliant game to obviously watch and be part of as well. I think it just put Brentford on the map in terms of, look, this is who we are as a club. We're brave, we're committed, we're entertaining, and we've got a beautiful stadium filled with our fans that will make a great atmosphere. So it was a great advert.
You were entertaining as well on Snuff with Kelly Cates and Jamie Redknapp. How'd you get on?
I've got on very well, I think, thanks.
Yeah, I thought you did really well.
Yeah,
really
they looked after us up there, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like it. Well, look, we'll get onto the game in a bit, but also coming up the show is a bit of this. David Raya and I had a chat, sat in beds in the middle of Jersey Road. Should have been weird, but it wasn't. Don't worry, of course I asked him about that save.
It's just a reaction of just putting the arm where the ball was going.
Carlton Cole, goal! The ambassador took local lad done good, ex-West Ham striker Carlton Cole back to where his footballing journey started.
This brings back memories, and this actual place here, this is where I started.
Plus we'll have all the build up to the Umbro derby, East versus West, as we take on Side Ben Rama's Hammers on Sunday. Plus we are giving away a copy of FIFA 22, as it is of course the full release day today. Keep an eye out of how you can win that. Right, come on then boys, let's get into it properly now. Where do we start? Is this a game that we will see replayed on Sky Sports for years to come, Marcus?
For sure. It was end to end, it was open. You know, the goals amount that we scored and conceded is going to be a talking point for both teams, because we breached each other those times. So it shows that the Premier League is open this year as well. A new team like us coming up and having that no fear attitude against, potentially the not Champions League winners, but Premier League winners as well.
Yeah.
It showed us in good stead.
Have either of you two played in a game like that?
I would have played in one like that, I just can't remember it. It's gone past me.
I've played in one in the Premier League. It was 3-0 down at West Ham and came back with Wimbledon to win 4-3, and it was mad. The
100 mile an hour.
The half-time team talk, that was like a resurgence. Everyone just got pumped up, went out for the second 45 and dug ourselves back into the game.
When you're in those games, because it was breathtaking watching it, what is it like when you're playing it? Is it as breathtaking playing in it?
It's 100 mile an hour. You don't get a chance to really sort of soak it up. You have to watch the game back because there's so much going on, so much emotion, so much focus on trying to get yourself back into the game. The crowd was electric that night as well, I remember. It was a night match. I don't know if it just had that extra bit of magic about it, but
adds to the drama,
it was a great comeback.
Thomas said that the Wolves game was probably our best performance of the season so far, Karleigh. Has Liverpool eclipsed that now?
Yeah, I think Liverpool will be our best performance so far, but I think probably in different ways. I think Liverpool, we was a lot more free, just seemed to play with no fear whatsoever, and players, I also feel we was a lot braver against Liverpool. I don't know if that's because it was against Liverpool. Maybe there was kind of that thought, like, whatever happens today, we're just going to make sure we go at them and give them a tough time. Whereas Wolves, I think it was such a good performance in the way that players managed the game, the way Thomas had set up and things like that. And so the discipline of the team against Wolves was fantastic. So I think that's the difference between the two performances. But without a doubt, the way they played against Liverpool was unbelievable.
Big games are shaped by big moments. What were the big moments on Saturday, Karleigh?
I think the first goal has to be one. The clearance off the line, it's another one. And they just kind of to me, they felt like the players knew that there was a big opportunity for them to really launch themselves in the Premier League. That's what I kind of felt when they was warming up. It was intense, and then the way they started the game, I just felt like this was an opportunity where the players felt, this is where we show what we're about. That's what I got.
What about that Salah moment? For me, I thought that was massive.
Oh, when he's put it on the top of the goal.
It's 3-2 at that point. If they score there...
That should have been game over, and the game is totally out of sight for us. But I think it just gave us that opportunity to get back into it, go down the other end, get ourselves back into this match and take it on. But there are those sort of moments in the game where you look back over the course of the season and think, you know what, if that goes in, that's more or less it was curtains for us. But we showed that great sort of commitment and fight back.
There's no doubt that watching it, there is a difference in our style of play. Kind of last year we were very much quick passing, popping it about. It's also getting picked up now by a lot of other people that we are going a bit more direct. But when you think of direct football, you think of like, oh, long, hopeless punts forward. It is different to watch, Karleigh. It's entertaining still. Like, people moan about long ball football. It's not long. It's direct, but it's not long ball, is it? It's weird. Like,
yeah, it's direct football, and obviously the misconception with kind of direct football and how maybe it was considered before. Direct football was very much right. Smash it in behind. We'll all just chase it, and hopefully we'll create something. Whereas that's not what Brentford are doing. Brentford are getting the ball up the field quicker, but they're getting up the field with good quality, and then they're building off that. It's not just a hopeless pass up the top. You know, they're playing into certain areas. It's well thought out. You know, and it's paying off for Brentford at this moment in time, which is good. But what I like is the fact that Brentford are adaptable. You know, they can change, can't they?
And they're showing that quality throughout this campaign so far. Is that we can mix it, we can pop ourselves around the pitch, we can use the ball directly into Ivan, who gets hold of it, as you said, and we build off of that. Well, and that's great stuff.
I think if Monday Night Football, your sister show from Saturday Night Football, they did a little bit about talking about how the Arsenal and the Liverpool game, we kind of did surrender possession a little bit more and accepted we're not going to be able to play our passing football against you, and we went a bit more direct. Why was it so effective on Saturday, Marcus?
I just think it's the opposition that you're up against. You know, I made a point of saying that Liverpool don't really face two strikers.
Yeah.
They normally face one, and it makes Van Dijk look invincible because he's got an extra person alongside him to take care of the one sort of attacking player. But how we played with the two, it occupied the whole of that back four, and they've never come up against that. And I think that really set the tone throughout the whole 90 minutes, is that it's given us that focal point. The movement was good, we was getting in behind them, we was creating spaces. And look, the front two never scored, but what it allowed for the rest of the team was Vitali can get in there.
Yeah.
He can make those runs, and because he knows the ball's going to stick, which is great, and get his goal.
Like you said, they didn't score, but they both grabbed the headlines, Brian and Ivan. Owen Hargreaves actually picked out Ivan in particular, and this is what he said about Ivan.
The boy can score, but what he did today is Van Dijk's going to come out of that game and never forget his name, because he remembered the energy and effort he put into every challenge. You respect that as a player. Van Dijk will see that, Matip will, and he put his name in the lights tonight.
Well, look, we can't ignore it. England squad gets announced yesterday, Gareth Southgate. Despite, according to WhoScored.com, Ivan's got the highest rating of any English player in Europe at the moment. He doesn't get a place in the squad. Is this purely just because of timing, do you think, Marcus?
Yeah, I think Harvey said last week, didn't he? So it's probably a bit too early. He's just come up. He's got a couple goals. He's played reasonably well, if not excellently well, I would say at times. And it may be just timing of it's a little bit too early for him. I wouldn't want to think it's because of the stature of our club that's going to be holding him back. Yeah. I wouldn't like to think that stuff still goes on, because it has gone on in the past where, you know, players have been non-selected because of the size of the club they're at. It's not a fashionable club.
Well, Troy Deeney said that. I think he said that he could have had a call up in the past against Watford. But I think there's a few other notable absentees. Like obviously he's mentioned the younger lads, but Tammy Abraham's having a great year in Italy. So, but I feel like it's just a matter of time before, surely if Ivan continues this form that he gets in, we've got to talk about the atmosphere. Oh my, live in the main room, wasn't it? Full time it went off, but the whole game, how good was it, Karleigh?
Oh, it was unbelievable. The fans were brilliant. They brought a real atmosphere. It was difficult for Liverpool to play in it. You know, when their players were on the ball and stuff, the fans were at them, and I love that. You know, you want to put them on the edge. We need all the help we can get sometimes, and the fans are a big part of that. So it was unbelievable. And I think for me, the Arsenal atmosphere, first game of the season, obviously was unreal. But there was a difference in this atmosphere. But for me, it felt bigger.
Have a look. There's a shot. You see Salah come out. You see him looking around. you see it. Hey Jude's playing, you can see him having a proper little look about. I don't think he was like scared, but you see him proper take it in. It's weird that you said that. Well, like the fans, the lads needed to lie down after Saturday, and this week the players were picking themselves a new mattress, courtesy of official sleep partner Dormio. # I love clean sheets. So whilst they were picking the mattresses, I grabbed David Raya for 10 minutes to discuss that save and, of course, Salt Bay. David.
Hello, Stu.
A little bit weird this, isn't it?
Kind of.
I mean, we sorted you out. You've
Yeah,
got the duvet and the headboard. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, main guy, no?
Well, how's yours, by the way?
Mine is good. I tried them both and I think this one is the best one.
Yeah, mine's very soft. Anyway, look, you guys don't room with people now, do you?
No, we don't, no.
If you had to, though, who would you least like to room with?
I think Rico,
Why?
because I think he's a bit of a mess. So yeah, I think Rico. It's the first one that came to my head. So
No, it was quick.
Yeah, it was very quick.
That was really quick.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have got your GK Union. Would you want to room with one of them? Because you've got a little Spanish GK
yeah, I
Union now.
wouldn't mind sharing with Alvaro.
Yeah.
I normally, in the past, I shared with Joel, and I shared with Sergi. So
Yeah.
I think that Spanish crew is all right.
You and Alvaro and Sergi at Old Salt Bay.
Yeah, Solvay. Yeah, we went.
What
we
does
went
Gold Steak taste like?
Nothing.
Just the same.
Just the same.
Look, we need to talk about clean sheets. How much do you love clean sheets?
I love clean sheets. You know, it's my main job now.
Yeah.
It's not conceding goals, but I just try to do the best, and obviously the team as well.
Are you like strikers? If we win and they haven't scored, they get the ump. If we win and you haven't kept a clean sheet, do you get annoyed?
I get annoyed, yeah.
Yeah.
I do get annoyed. I was very annoyed when I conceded 3 against Liverpool. I know it's Liverpool, but I think the last time I conceded 3 was against Stoke last year.
Well, I noticed that's the first thing you said in your post-match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was annoyed.
Well,
Very
you made
annoyed.
some unbelievable saves this year, one in that game.
Yeah.
What is your favourite ever save for Brentford? Because I think I know what you're going to say.
What you think I'm going to say?
I think it's got to be the one from Saturday.
It has to be against Hota, yeah.
That was
That one.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it was good.
Talk me through it.
Nothing, it's just that it was a cutback into the edge of the box. They have a strike, it gets a deflection, and I see like a dive and I see hitting the post. And the next thing I just see Houghton next to the ball. So I try to obviously to get up as quick as possible, make myself big, and then it's just a reaction of like just putting the arm where the ball was going. But the weird thing is just went past the other post, and I turned, I'm thinking, oh no, please don't go in. And it just whistled past the other post, and it's just like a moment of relief, because obviously we conceded the goal not far before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good save. One of them that is a reaction one that I don't think I know how I saved it.
Yeah.
It's just like a quick reaction, and I stand up quick. And
It looked like you clawed it, but was that just...
it's just like a reaction of like,
Right.
as you saw the ball going there, you just
And
broke
you
my
saw
arm.
it, did you?
Yeah, I just turned. If you see it, I just turn on my belly kind of thing, and just look in the ball, just going past the post and everything. And I just a moment of relief, so it just went for a corner.
You see, if I speak to some of the lads, for example, Ethan, I say, what's the difference between Championship strikers and Premier League strikers? Or Ivan, what's the difference between Championship defenders and Premier League?
Yeah.
They might say faster, quicker, more intelligent, any of this
Yeah.
stuff. For a goalkeeper, is there a difference when you go up?
It is. I think obviously the quality of the shots, the positions that they get into, obviously they need to get the right pass in the right areas. For example, the second goal from Salah, that ball from Fabinho was incredible. But I think it's just the sharpness of, or like obviously the finishing. Buendia, for example, the goal from Buendia was a really good finish. Yeah, and I think it's just that's the difference of the moving in the box. You always have to be aware, no matter how big or how small, you have to be aware of the players in the box. But yeah, I think that's the big difference, and yeah, the movement and the quickness, the finishing.
Is it for you then, you just constantly
I have to be ready at all times. Like when we played, obviously like when we played Liverpool or Arsenal and stuff like that, when they had the ball in their half, and no matter who it was, I had to be ready just for the ball to behind, or even if they have tried to have a shot, because obviously I have my high line and stuff like that, so I have to be always ready for it.
Because when I play football, I have a song in my head. When the ball's down the other end, you're literally just what?
I'm focused. I always like to focus on the team and try to organise, and obviously focus on the ball, because that's the important thing. The ball, but obviously I have to organise the team behind as well. The rest defending the position of the defenders when we attacking or stuff like that.
The other thing you're amazing at, which has been highlighted a lot this year, even more, is your passing. JURGEN KLOPP said you should have had number 10 on it. How amazing is that, mate?
Yeah, that was funny. That I didn't believe it when they said that. I heard it and said, I just obviously it's obviously I'm happy to hear that from Klopp, one of the best managers in the world.
How much do you work on it?
We work on it. Oops, don't take that away from me. I'm comfy. We work on it, but
your passing specifically, how much do you work on your passing?
We work during the week. We do the passing and the stuff like that. But I think it's just something natural that comes from me.
Yeah.
From a young age, I like to be more active in the goal and try to help the team as much as possible. And I think that's why I like to be involved in the team and the build up and everything like that.
Because also, you've got a hell of a touch as well. That brought it down on your chest.
yeah, when I chested down, because if I let it bounce, I would have been destroyed, because Salah was right next to it, and I just had to back off, and he would have the ball. But then I didn't want to head it, because I wanted to keep the ball for the team and try to play.
Yeah.
But then when I went to try and have a touch, I looked up, and then just the ball just went for a throw.
Yeah, but to bring that down, I think you could play outfield. I genuinely do.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind.
Do you ever go out and training? No.
I might just ask the gaffer if he can put me out.
Exactly. The other thing I wanted to say, fans being back, right, is amazing for so many people. But for keepers, is it amazing? Because now you've got everyone giving you pelters behind you.
I like it.
You ever missed it? Oh, do you like it?
I like it. I like to have the healthy banter that you get with fans. Obviously, I would never say anything bad back to them, but I always try to have a laugh with them, or like they say something to me, you have a joke with it and stuff like that. I think they like it too.
Yeah.
You know, like even if they shout, there's typical songs that I cannot say here. But I like it. I like the put you into pressure, but it's just something that is part of football that you grow up with.
Can you remember anything weird?
Not weird, but the last thing I remember was against Millwall when I got thrown like a 10p. I felt it in my back, and I just turned around and I just pick it up and I just put it in my sock and said, "Thank you very much."
Love that. Love that. Well, the other thing that means is when we break from the huddle, you're running back in front of that West stand, singing "Hey Jude." How amazing has that been this year?
Oh, it's so good. I think it's incredible, it's unbelievable, and obviously having the fans back, the atmosphere, the energy they give you, like right from the off, is amazing. And obviously they don't show up the whole game. I can't believe they don't have a headache after the game or like a sore throat or stuff like that for the whole weekend. But yeah, we're very happy to have them there.
Song-wise, it's one David Raya.
Yeah, I like that song. I think they need to get a new one though.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Because that's old. That's old. They need to get a new one.
Got any ideas, or should
no,
leave it to them?
They need to get it.
You lot need to be getting David a new song.
New song. Yeah. A new one. Surprise me.
Stick it down below in the comment. David, cheers for your time.
Thank you very much. That wasn't that weird at all.
No, it was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was alright.
And you're keeping that one, yeah?
I'm keeping this bet, yeah.
I'm sticking with this one. Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Oh, you coming on mine?
This bet is the best one.
I'm leaving
I love this one, fellas.
Right, you heard him. David wants a new chant, so comment below with your ideas. Keep it clean, please, Ambassador. None of your naughty words. And then David next week, he'll pick his favourite from the comments below, and you could win a copy of FIFA 22. You've got until Friday 6 p.m. next week, because it's internationals. There's no show, so that's when the deadline is. Got any ideas, lads, for a chant?
I think Karleigh's a singer, you know. He's a bit of a vocalist.
You got one, have you?
I've got one, yeah.
Go on then.
Dave Raya, he's by far the best keeper.
Awful, stop it, stop. Look, come on then, I can't answer that anymore. Seriously, on Raya, could we be talking Spain called up soon?
I think he'll be in the talks for sure. He should be. Some of the saves he's making, how well he's performed, obviously the beginning of this season and off the back of last season as well. So I think he'll be definitely in the conversations. But I suppose for me, if he keeps continuing what he's doing, that decision kind of has to be made, doesn't it? Because he's been sensational.
People talk about Edison's distribution, so it's surely like Klopp's that we talked about it there said he should have a number 10 on his back.
Well, if Klopp can endorse David Raya's performance from last week, that goes a long way in pushing him into that international recognition. And we know we've got a high-class keeper on our hands. No pun intended, but what a save that was.
I've just got that.
With his strong right hand.
Well, on to that, I thought the Arsenal save was superb. The Palace one was unbelievable. Yeah. I thought the Villa one was underrated, the one I think from Ings. And then we see that. That's the best save I think I've ever seen live in a football stadium. What about you, Karleigh? You've seen, I imagine, unfortunately, a lot of keepers have had to save a lot of shots behind you.
No, that was up there. We back there again. Listen, most keepers that play with me had a quiet time. No, do you know what? That for me, that was one of the best. And do you know why it was one of the best as well? Because it wasn't just one of those where it just hit him and he was kind of there. You see him just kind of move his hand as well and react to it. And he's got such little time to react. Wojciech Szczesny was obviously very good. Some of the saves he made were.
You made him, really, didn't you?
Kept him
I'm
busy.
not going to say that, but I helped.
He kept him busy.
Yeah. Well, they stopped them going in, and two men that score them at the other end are the ambassador and local lad done good, ex-England, West Ham and Chelsea striker Carlton Cole. Those two went for a trip down memory lane as Marcus took him to Cruyff Court in the week. You two had a little catch up, didn't you?
It's a great little catch up.
Yeah? Should we have a little watch?
Let's have a little look.
This whole area, like the Brentford area, is where this was my playground. This is where I honed my skills. I always used to appreciate Brentford. I want to play under them lights one day.
Carlton, they're back on familiar territory, I believe. So, what does this place mean to you?
Well, I came here the other day actually. I didn't know this was going on, like the Cruyff Foundation. I didn't know it was Cruyff Foundation now. But I used to live just up there.
Wow.
Not that side, this is all new. But this used to just be all bushes. But that side, all those tower blocks, I think I've been to every floor in each of these tower blocks as a youngster.
Were you playing Knockdown Ginger?
Yeah, I used to do loads of that, But yeah, it's just, this brings back memories. And this actual place here, this is where I started to play football. It was all gravel and stones, like the old school.
Yeah.
And then you used to, if you fell, you
know
felt
about it.
Do you know what I mean? We used to jump off of there. We used to do all sorts of madness here. And when they built the cage, because when they actually built the cage here, this is actually bigger than what it used to be. It used to be smaller.
Right.
So when we used to have 5-a-side, it was really intense. So
you had to have quick feet and skill to get out of situations.
You had to have quick feet. Now this is like I'd say 6-a-side, 7-a-side.
So since that you grew up around here, did you get to Griffin Park much in your youth?
Yeah, I did. So this is what I used to do, right? So I used to go to the games, like it was always buzzing around here. When I didn't have a match on a Saturday, I'd go to a game. Never used to support Brentford, but I always used to appreciate Brentford. And even when they had the night games, I used to look out my window to see if I can see. I used to go to the top floor.
Right.
I was facing this way, so I could see, but I could only see they're like little ants running around the pitch. So that's how I actually started to love the game, because I just think I want to play under them lights one day as a youngster. And then like in the summer when we had time off, me and my pals would probably leave here. We go, let's be naughty. Let's go Griffin Park. So we used to just jump over because there was a gate that you could actually just jump over the gate.
Wow.
And then you're in the ground, and the goals wouldn't be up.
Yeah.
But we just run around the pitch with a football and just.
So you put your jumpers down for goalposts.
Yeah. We used to do things like that, but we knew that when our time was limited, because the groundsman would come out with his pitchfork and he'll be chasing us. West Ham don't want to be seen as a yo-yo club, going up and down. They want to be cemented in the Premier League. When you go for, it's a whole different ball game when you want something and if you need something. We needed a David Moyes, just to give us stability. because especially after what we'd been through with previous managers, Bilic done quite all right.
Yeah.
But then it went a bit Pete Tong for him, you know what I mean? But then when you go to, after that, what you're looking at? You're looking at stability again. You have to. And then we've gone for the lights in Pellegrini.
Yeah.
And that's more of a wanting the lights.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So you got wants and needs. We needed a David Moyes, but we wanted a Pellegrini.
Yeah.
So that's how it goes in life, and you have to learn the hard way. The thing about it, with David Moyes, I feel it was harsh that he didn't get a renewed contract. I know he only had 6 months or something like that on his first deal, but I was thinking he was going to get an extra, how many years they wanted to give him, so he can really build something. Well, it's quite funny with Saeed. Remember, I Instagrammed you, DM'd you on Instagram, and I was like, and then you said, look after him, he's a top player. I was like, he's gone. I've gone, you know what? I know, because I've been watching. And then he came in, he was still acclimatising to the way we play, but at Brentford, he was the main man.
Yeah.
But he had to come to West Ham and fit in first, and the team weren't going to be built around him. It's a bit different because when you come from the Championship to come up to the Premier, no Premier League team's going to build a team around you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're coming in to fit in.
Well, you got to earn your way into
you got to earn
that
your respect
level.
and earn your way in. So he probably struggled with that a little bit because not everyone was playing through him like how he would be at Brentford. But then he started to realise, okay, let me see how it's done. Then luckily enough, Lingard came in, which could have set him back a little bit, Benrahma.
Yeah.
And then when he found out that, okay, let me just watch Lingard a little bit and see how he, because Lingard's a seasoned pro in the Premier League, he knows what he's doing. It's a good thing just to take a back seat so the pressure's not on you no more. So he can go and do his thing. So I think Lingard coming in kind of helped him. How you've done things in the transfer market. Everything is sensible, everything is what the club needs. It's not what you want, it's like what you need. Everyone wants to have a Harry Kane or everyone wants to have a Grealish. Like when you look at Ivan Toney, for you, unreal. He's got the most aerial battles in the Premier. He's won the most aerial battles in the Premier League over Van Dijk, over Antonio, over any big man that you want to bring out, defender or striker. He's won the most. So that shows you
he is loving life at this moment in time.
That just shows you how good he is. With Ivan, I remember when Ivan was at Newcastle. Like obviously he wasn't the finished article yet. He still had bits of his game that he had to develop. And what I admire about Ivan is that he's gone away. He's humbled himself. Started lower leagues, and then rose up again. Do you know what? When a man is like that, you just got to take your hat off to him because he knows what he wants. He knew that he had to go and work on something, and now he knows he's ready because he's plying his trade in the Premier League and he's living up to what he believes in and what everybody else knows he can do. So I really feel that for him, yes, he could go and play for Jamaica. That might be his dream to go and play for Jamaica. But I think when you're born here, the dream is always to play for your country, right? So obviously his parents might be saying, no, go play for Jamaica, but for him, he's got aspirations to play for his country. I play for England, I support England, and I'd like to see him play for England because I think he's good enough. Great sides, great strikers in the team, great engines in the midfield, decent defence, but we've got Kurt Zouma now. That I would like to see the battle between Kurt Zouma and Ivan Toney, because that is going to be wondrous. We're talking about two strikers going up head to head, who's going to score more. But Ivan Toney against Kurt Zouma, I would love to see because they're big, strong, they're animals in the game.
In fact,
you know what I mean?
that is a heavyweight clash.
It's a heavyweight.
That didn't happen at the weekend.
No, Anthony Joshua didn't live up to the Usyk, but this is what I'm saying. I would love to see. This is another, was it heavyweight WBO heavyweight champion of the world battle, because I really think that is going to be the key element to this match. We should be here for a great game, I think, and a great spectacle, because loads of my family, they check for Brentford. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be like one of those ones where
mixed feelings going on.
There's mixed feelings going on, but at the same time, I'm just going to enjoy it because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and hopefully the continuation for these West Ham Brentford games all the time now.
It'd be great.
It'd be brilliant.
Well, Carlton, thank you for coming on the warm-up show. It's been a pleasure.
No problem.
And I hope to see you on Sunday.
Thank you.
Seriously, I am buzzing for him and the career that he had, but how did we not snap him up, Marcus?
I know. he's one that got through the net.
Yeah.
And being the size he is, I can see why he got through the net. he had options, but what a character.
Yeah.
Such a bubbly kid from our local area as well. So pleased for him.
Can I just say, mate, you're absolutely on flames at the moment.
Who, me?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Are you
Always
sure?
do.
I'm sure.
Sometimes I can be nice to people, trust me. But
Rare. Very rare.
also on flames are West Ham. They're on fire, aren't they?
Yeah.
2-0 win against Rapid Vienna in the Europa League after a good result 2-1 against Leeds last week. Only one defeat this season. David Moyes has done a superb job, hasn't he, Karleigh?
Yeah, he has. It's kind of that old David Moyes we saw before, isn't it? When he was at Everton, what he built, how he built it as a club and as a team. So you could see similarities there with West Ham. Listen, they're going to be dangerous. We know what type of players they've got. Obviously, Ben Rama's going to be there, and I'm sure he's going to want to, show how good he is. Antonio's been brilliant. I think he's got 6 in 6. I think something like that.
Yeah, he's on fire.
So he's on fire. So they're going to be dangerous. But when we perform how we have against Liverpool, we have to have that same mentality against West Ham and that same belief.
Karleigh mentioned him there, Antonio. He's been involved in the most goals in the Premier League, assists and goals. He's also joint top scorer with 5 in the league this season. Are we going to see the two current best strikers form-wise in the league on Sunday?
Yeah, potentially, yeah. Players that can cause problems. They've got a great mixture in their game. They can hold it up, link the play up, score goals. They're the sort of ultimate sort of number 9 that you want in your team, because they don't just score for themselves, but they create a lot of opportunities for their teammates. So yeah.
You said Carlton Cole slipped through the net. Antonio slipped through the net, didn't he?
Yeah, I was here when he came on trial.
Was he?
Yeah, when he came on trial, I was here. He came, played a couple of games. He was playing as a winger then. Played a couple of games, but obviously at the time didn't feel he was quite ready.
It's easy for us to go, oh, how did that happen? Like,
Yeah.
But being like serious, did you not think he'd be doing what he's doing now then?
If I'm honest, at the time, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. He just.
It's testament to him though.
Yeah,
like, what he's done
listen,
since.
what he's done and how he's got there and things like that is incredible, because he's worked extremely hard to get there. He's been dedicated. He's had to deal with all the knockbacks, people telling him no, people maybe feeling he's not good enough, and he's proved all of them wrong. So without a doubt, my hat goes off to him, because I think it's incredible what he's done, and he deserves all the plaudits he gets. But yeah, like I said, those things happen in football because it's an opinion, isn't it? It's based on opinions, and some people's opinion might not think that you're ready and whatnot. But listen, he's a danger now, that's for sure.
Well, one man we did see more than once in a Brentford shirt was Ben Rama. I'm going to be honest, for me, probably the best player I've ever seen in a Brentford shirt. I think Ivan's getting very close to that. Where does he rank for you guys, Marcus?
Side's number 1 for me. I would definitely pay money to watch him play, and I wouldn't be embarrassed about that, because I know what I'm getting with him. I know I'm going to see some fearless approach when he's taking on the defender. He looks like he wants to go out there and humiliate someone as if he's in Cruyff Court, like harnessing those sort of skills, but he actually does it on the first team pitch, and he's number 1 for me.
He scored against us in pre-season, didn't celebrate, so he clearly does still hold us in very high regard, and it is lovely. He's in ridiculous form though this season, let's get it right, isn't he? He's got 4 goals in all competitions, scored again against Rapid Vienna. How do you keep him quiet? Surely we should know, having watched him for so long, Karleigh, but is he one of those players that, what can you do? There must be a way you shackle him.
Yeah, listen, they're going to try and limit the time he has on the ball and try and stop the ball getting to him and things like that, but he's a magician, so no matter how well you prepare for him, the way that he plays, at some point, if he's on it, he's going to create something. So that's always going to be difficult. It's just about trying to limit him having those type of moments or chances to do that is the biggest thing.
Can't wait to actually get a ticket. Can't wait.
You going, yeah? You're going to behave?
Hey, we'll always behave.
It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday.
I'm professional. Remember, it is London Marathon on Sunday as well, so that may affect travel plans. Probably best to go by train, but hey, do what you want. It's up to you. I've warned you now, haven't I? And on the topic of the London Marathon, B Team Head of Athletic Performance James Purdue is running in memory of Robert Rowan, raising money for Cry UK. We'll be linking to James's Just Giving page below if anyone would like to donate. Good luck, James. Unbelievable. That's all we got time for. You guys going to be at West Ham?
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Suited and booted as usual.
I'm not there.
Got a game, ain't you?
Yeah, so I
who
can't be there. We have FA Cup.
Ooh.
Yeah, Abingdon. So it will be good. It'll be a big game. We need to get a win. So yeah.
Magic of the cup. That's all we've got time for. Remember, if you want to win FIFA 22, get your David Raya chants down below. Before we go, you may have seen some supporters messaging on Twitter saying in the 6th minute, Bees fans are looking to get a minute's applause for a young fan, Hugh, who lost his battle with cancer, unfortunately, after 11 months. I'm sure it would mean a lot to Hugh's family if we all joined in with that in the 6th minute. Look, another tough test on Sunday. East v West with a reunion against Side Ben Rama. We've got to be loud and proud again. Have a great weekend, guys. Come on, you Bees. You Reds!